Hey there, Iserloh here. Hope you're having an amazing day. So the other day I was listening to a podcast with Seth Godin about his latest book on marketing, and it inspired me to sort of do this little diatribe, this little rant, because I think this could definitely change the success trajectory of your practice for the next 10 years. So hope you'll listen. Now, what he pointed out was that paid media, paid marketing, paid advertising is getting less and less efficient. And you probably know this already to be true if you're doing postcard marketing for your dinner talks, or maybe you're doing Facebook advertising for your workshops. And you know, what used to work a year or 2 or 3 years ago doesn't work as well anymore. And there's a couple reasons for this. And at the same time, it's getting more and more competitive. Everybody's now doing video on YouTube and Facebook. Everybody's now starting to advertise. And so the competition for eyeballs is only getting more fierce. And so where does this leave you as a practitioner, right? Now, just from my own personal experience running an agency, which is very similar to, maybe running a practice, is, I used to just rely on one form of traffic, which was affiliate traffic, where we had relationship with certain people that would send us customers, and that's all we did. And so the danger of that is obviously the moment that stream dries up, you're left with nothing, right? And so then you have to do the slow and hard work of building a brand and sort of figuring out where do you get your new clients from next, from the internet or where else. So I can attest to the fact that it's definitely uncomfortable and it's hard, but it's something that's absolutely necessary if you want your practice to thrive. Now, I think what underpins this all is like a lot of practitioners only invest in short-term fixes. And what I mean by that is like they're interested in, it's like, oh gee, my practice is not full, I need to get more patients in there. What do I do? Okay, let's do a workshop, or hey, let's do an evergreen webinar or a live webinar and fill it with Facebook ads. And what they're doing is like each and every time they're trying to find new people in their community to help, fill their need, rather than playing the long-term game and nurturing the people that you already have. So with each workshop, you're trying to find a new set of 100 people to register and come to your events, of which maybe 20 or 30 show up. And then what are you going to do with the other 70, right? You already paid for it, but most practitioners neglect the nurturing and the brand building part to actually create relationships with their prospects. And so if you're constantly looking to enroll 100 people, 100 new people, and you're not paying attention to the people that are already on your list, already in your tribe, you're wasting so much energy and so much money, because the hard cost gets incurred when you get a lead on your mailing list. It's not once they're on the mailing list, right? Once they're on the mailing list, it's free. You just write a couple of emails, you nurture them, you send them a bunch of emails or videos, and then you start building a relationship with them, rather than trying to start from scratch all the time. Maybe the analogy is like you were in Vegas and all you do is one night stands. It's like constantly having to find new people, rather than, hey, let's just start dating somebody and build a relationship, build a tribe, and maybe that's all that's needed, right? So I can encourage you to really think about this. And I know this is uncomfortable for a lot of people, and it's uncomfortable for me too, when I first started. And what you have to remember, and that's maybe the words of wisdom for the next 10 years, is you gotta get comfortable with the uncomfortable, because that is what separates the people that succeed from the people that get stuck or remain stuck exactly where they are today, right? If you don't change, then nothing will change. And change is uncomfortable for most people, so I totally get it. It's uncomfortable, but I want you to lean into this until you feel comfortable with the uncomfortable, and the uncomfortable is not uncomfortable anymore, right? Now, I'm not saying that you have to do all of these things on your own, by yourself, because if something only happens once in a year, it may not be worth your time to figure out how to do it. So building a website, setting up active campaigns, setting up opt-in forms, you should consult on this, but it's much better to hire somebody else to do that for you. Now, when it comes to creating videos like these, that is probably a skill you want to learn and master. right? And I know, again, this may be uncomfortable for you right now, but the more you do it, the more you master it, and the more comfortable it gets. And the kind of crazy thing that really bothers me is that as a health practitioner, especially when you're dealing with chronic disease, you're telling your patients to forgo the quick fix and actually work on long-term behavior change, right? And yet at the same time, as a practitioner, I see so many practitioners just go for the short-term fix, the pill, and never really investigate what it takes to master a skill, to build long-term success, build a long-term brand that people know, love, and trust, where you are seen as the go-to choice in your community. So I hope this video is inspiring you to lean into the uncomfortable, to take a really hard look at, what makes sense to focus on, forgo the quick Facebook ads and, workshops and postcard mailers, and really focus first on your funnel. Having a conversion in place where you know what you're talking about on social media, you know what you do on your website, you are able to enroll people on your website onto your mailing list, and you have a 10-part email sequence to welcome new subscribers. Once you have these systems in place, then everything else that you're doing with advertising works so much better. And again, this is, once you pay for the lead is yours. So then the really game changer is how you nurture that person and actually turning that person from a prospect into a patient. So thanks for staying with me here on this little rant, and let me know in the comments how I can help, what comes up for you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Plus, check out my other videos, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified whenever new videos go live. I'll see you in the next video.